Good morning, everyone. So we mentioned yesterday at the beginning of Siman Rish Ayin Aleph, when you get home from shul on Friday night, to start the Kiddush right away. So right away, says the Kaf Chaim, that of course when you walk into the house, we mentioned this before, the first thing you should say is Shabbat Shalom to the family, not, let's go Kiddush, right? Yes, just a minute. Shabbat Shalom, come in a nice way. And then you go toward the Kiddush. Now, just before that as well is miyad even means if you do early Shabbat as we do in the summertime, then you don't have to wait till sunset to do Kiddush. Do Kiddush, you've already accepted Shabbat, you do Kiddush then. Now one thing is that you should have your meal go long enough that by the time you get home from shul, and even if you're starting early, that at least in the nighttime part, you're still eating at least a kazait of the meal, so that you're still eating part of the meal on actual Shabbat. Now the Mishnah Berurah says that an interesting thing that in the early Shabbats, so we always announce don't forget to repeat Shema. We have the mitzvah from the Torah to say Shema in the morning, Shema at night. So if you pray early, then you have to repeat Shema. So there's a halakha in general that before you are supposed to do a mitzvah, about half an hour before that, you shouldn't start a meal. Because we're afraid that if you're going to start a meal, you might forget about that mitzvah. So what happens with the Shema of Friday night, if now you're getting home, you're going to say Kiddush, you're going to start your meal, who knows, you might forget saying Shema. So the Mishnah Berurah says that if the time is right, and that's the thing here, the key here. If the time is right when you get home to say Shema at that time, and you didn't say Shema in the proper time when you said Arvit, the early Arvit, then you should say Shema first before doing Kiddush. So you should do Kiddush first. You should do Shema first before you do the Kiddush if it's all in the right time. Some Mefarshim say that because you already said it after Plaga Mincha, then you're not. Some say you can be yotzeh like that. We don't go with those Mefarshim, but you could go with those Mefarshim enough to say that okay, I could at least start my meal and then do Shema later, because it's not a violation of I didn't say Shema. I said Shema according to some opinions. I am a yotzeh according to that Shema. Nevertheless, you should do as the Mishnah Berurah says, but you should again keep an eye at the time. So, for instance, let's say the times, at least for myself. So, let's say tonight we're going to start Mincha at 6:30, and then we end around 7:50 or so. So we Shabbat Shalom to each other, and we welcome each other. The time I get home personally is at 8:20, maybe 8:25. So tonight, let's say Shkia sunset is 8:12. Now, ideally, is to say Shema about a half an hour after sunset. That's the most ideal time. Once you say it after sunset, you are yotzeh, but if you want to go for the most ideal time, about a half an hour and onward until chatzot, till midnight. So therefore, let's say I get home at 8:25, it's only about 15 minutes or so after sunset, so I would start Kiddush first because I want to do it at the optimum time, and then I do Shema afterwards. But as the time goes, then you want to see, well, you know what, this is the optimum time to do Shema, so then you should do Shema first. Now, often, when you get home, things aren't like, sometimes, you could go home, Shabbat Shalom, straight to the table, that should be the way. Sometimes, I'm just finishing one salad, I'm just putting the kid to sleep, just give me a minute, so you have that time anyway, so you might as well take the time to do the Shema first, if it's, of course, the proper time. Yes, so Shema and the Omer should be because you don't want to forget it. So once you're doing the Shema in the proper time, that's when you could do the Omer in the proper time as well. And technically for the Omer, it can be any time after Shkia. Sorry, anytime after Shkia. Yes, anytime after sunset. But as well, if you could do it ideally to the Kochavim, where the stars come out about half an hour after Shkia, then that is best. But even from after Shkia, you could do it. Okay, that's that for the halachot for today. Mincha tonight at 6:30. Have a good day, everyone. Shabbat Shalom.